Welcome back to Capitol Hill. This is a day historians and conspiracy theorists have waited for decades. The government is about to release many never before seen by the public documents concerning the assassination of President John F. Kennedy.
So I just want to stop right here. Look at how the cocksucker Brett Baier says the word conspiracy theorist while twinkling his eyes and nodding his head around like the dipshit he is. This term, conspiracy theory, was coined right after the assassination of JFK because people with eyes to see realized the facts weren't adding up. And not to mention, you just had a president, JFK, who revealed to the public that monumental conspiracies were happening in the nation. Then his head gets blown off. And then the CIA had to figure out a way to combat these people who were seeking truth. So they coined this term conspiracy theory to make it seem like the truth seeker was absurd. This is conspiracy fact, not conspiracy theory. And then this dipshit goes on to say secret documents hidden from the public. If there's not a conspiracy, why are there secret documents hidden from the public until now 54 years later? You see, this is what's the problem in the United States. People are just programmed by the TV that always says back to your regularly scheduled programming, and they don't even know how to think. They just know how to regurgitate what is fed to them. Throw out this term conspiracy theory. I don't know about any conspiracy theories. I know about all sorts of conspiracies. 9/11. They say people who seek for truth there are conspiracy theorists. If you have a brain, 9/11's an obvious conspiracy. Do you really think a man in a cave and his 9 buddies with box cutter knives took down a multi-trillion-dollar defense system? It just so happened that day that all the branches of government were out doing military drills and they were just too distracted. It was just so coincidental. Coincidence theory is the problem. Now listen, today is Hillary Clinton's birthday. And understand, Hillary Clinton's just a puppet. She has no bloodline to the name Clinton, just like her husband has no bloodline to the name Clinton. Bill Clinton was born Bill Blythe. If you look up who the Clintons are, they are one of the first powerful founding families in this nation. They were the original governorship in New York. Anyway, today happens to be Hillary Clinton's birthday. She's turning 71 today as they release these files. The reason that matters is because one of the top stories with the release of these files is the testimony of a security guard who was there, supposedly named Clint Hill. That's one of the stories they're running with today. Clint Hill is one of the released stories on Hillary Clinton's birthday with the release of the JFK files. If you've never seen the movie Wag the Dog, you need to see that movie. Wag the Dog is about how the government rules over us with propaganda, making it up as they go. Just like Clint Hill on Hillary Clinton's birthday. And if you're new to my work, I've been exposing since 2013 how every single day news is contrived by a code. The reason this is coming out today on Hillary Clinton's birthday is because there's a lot to October 26th. Today is the day that leaves 66 days left in the year. Very special number, biblical number. Revelation, the 66th book of the Bible. They're giving us some revelations about JFK. The name Robert Kennedy equals 66. So does Sirhan Sirhan. And supposedly Sirhan Sirhan killed Robert Kennedy and he died June 6th. 6-6. The word empire equals 66. The word freedom equals 66. We are not free in this nation, no matter how many times they tell us we are. This is a slave state. This is a tyrant state. This is a propaganda state. This is a military state. This is a conspiracy state. All year, I've been explaining the parallels between Trump and JFK, and they've continued to mount. From the year JFK was killed, 63, to this year, 2017, is 54 years. And why does that matter? In Gematria, JFK equals 54, So does Dealey Plaza, where he was killed, named after the 33rd degree Scottish Rite Freemason. The Zapruder film, the film about the Kennedy assassination. Zapruder was a 33rd degree Scottish Rite Freemason. The headquarters for the 33rd degree of the Scottish Rite of Freemasonry is in Washington, D.C. How fitting. So 54 years later, Dealey Plaza also has Gematria 45, the reflection of 54, and look at who's releasing it. The 54th president, number 5, or did I say the 54th? I meant the 45th. The 45th, Donald Trump. And here's what's interesting. To date, 8 presidents have died in office. JFK was the 8th to die in office. The next will be the 9th. If you add 1 through 9 together, 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 6 plus 7 plus 8 plus 9, it equals 45. 45. Who's number 45? The guy releasing the files on Hillary Clinton's birthday. Now here's what's up with Hillary Clinton turning 71 today. In Gematria, the word Catholic equals 71 and 35. JFK, the only Catholic president, number 35. Catholic also has Gematria 46. JFK was killed at age 46. Today, the date of the release of these files, has a life lesson number of 46. Today also has 73 numerology. The Catholic Bible is 73 books, just like today's date numerology. 73 books, 73 date numerology, Catholic riddles. Jesuits running the show. I should mention that Jesuit order, the Masonic order within the Catholic Church, Jesuit order equals 54, like Dealey Plaza, like JFK. Donald Trump's a Jesuit. We got the first Jesuit Pope. All of this stuff is scripted, theatrical narratives mocking the masses, just like this dipshit who started with conspiracy theory. I mean, can these people just shut the fuck up? Conspiracy is what runs the land. Your media is an ongoing conspiracy. Every day, all that comes through this television is propaganda by the numbers. Every story is conspiracy. We live in an ongoing conspiracy, a secret agenda that's about ruling over the masses with tyranny, deceit, fear, lies, deception, monopoly money. That's what we're all ruled over with. This monopoly money that is based in nothing except for our faith in it. In God we trust. You know, God and dollar have the same gematria. So does bank. We're ruled over by a bunch of Jewish banker tyrants who pay cocksuckers like this to get on the TV and say conspiracy theory. Here, let's laugh a little bit more. I'm going to show you some more of this propaganda. I want you to see how they connect this to Mexico City. Think about how Donald Trump wants to build a wall blocking out Mexico. Donald Trump announced as the 45th president on November 9th, the anniversary of the fall of the Berlin Wall. Berlin Wall equals 45. Berlin alone equals 33, like Mexico. Like federal, like masonry, like secrecy, like Kennedy, killed on 11/22. 11 plus 22, 33, master numbers. In the middle of Dealey Plaza, again named after a 33rd degree Scottish Rite Freemason. Let's just watch this. I want you to hear the part about Mexico City and all the things that they're going to leave out, you know, as they mock conspiracy theory. Listen to all the things they're going to leave out. I mean, oh, well, why even release anything if you're going to leave this stuff out? Watch.
1963. There is a hitch now with that release. Correspondent Rich Edson is here with more. Good evening, Rich.
Good evening, Brett. And the National Archives will soon release 2,800 records related to the assassination of President John F. Kennedy. Though President Trump will block some of that information and conceal details, while federal officials will review over the next 6 months whether to release any more information. A senior administration official says some of the sensitive information relates to intelligence, military, foreign relations, and law enforcement details from the 1960s and 70s through the 1990s. The government had 25 years to prepare for this release. In 1992, Congress passed the JFK Assassinations Records Collection Act and set a date, today, to release the remaining documents. Only the president can block that, and in some cases, he has. Of these documents, historians say they'll focus on Lee Harvey Oswald's trip to Mexico City weeks before the Kennedy assassination and examine what the Central Intelligence Agency may have known about Oswald's contacts with Soviet and Cuban agents there.
We'll just cut it off there. It's all propaganda. Look, 63 with regards to him getting his head blown off that year. 2016 is the 63rd triangular number, meaning if you add 1 through 63, it equals 2016. Chump, selected, announced as the 45th president in 2016. If you missed my work, go back and watch what I showed about the Berlin Wall and the assassination of JFK. Berlin Wall construction and the death of JFK are perfectly synced up. JFK, one of the last things he did was spoke at the site of the Berlin Wall. Donald Trump announced as the president in 2016 on the anniversary. Another number they mentioned, 2,800 documents. 28's what's crucial. The word kill equals 28. The two NASA missions that ended in fatalities, they were both connected to the number 28. One blew up on the 28th day of the month. The other one was the 28th mission, plus a whole lot more. It's all in my book that's about to release. Speaking of things that need to release, it's coming true, Seeker. Also, did you hear him say 25 years? 25 years was the date set for today's release. 25. The word death equals 25. The name Trump equals 25. Baby blue equals 25. They made the big deal about how Melania, the mail order bride, was the first lady to wear baby blue since Jackie Kennedy. Think about it, you guys. Donald Trump getting compared to Kennedy, getting compared to Richard Nixon, two men who didn't finish their term. JFK assassination equals 187. He died in the 187th year of the nation's existence. Richard Nixon equals 187. Trump had his GOP convention July 18th, 187 days before Inauguration Day. Washington, D.C. equals 187. George Washington equals 187. Ancient accepted Scottish Rite of Freemasonry equals 187. Society of Jesus equals 187, which is the full name of the Jesuit order. Remember, from Trump's birthday to the Pope's birthday, they're both Jesuits, is a span of 187 days. And this year, on the 144th day of the year, Trump was at the Vatican to visit the Pope. Jesuit order also has gematria of 144. Sagittarius equals 144. So does Killer. JFK dead on the first day of Sagittarius. Bobby Kennedy dead at 1:44 in the morning on June 6th. When you write out 44 as a word, it sums to 144. JFK was the 44th term president. Trump's number 45, but he's truly only the 44th person to be president. He's only the 44th person to be because Grover Cleveland was number 22 and number 24, meaning the 25th president was the 24th person and so on all the way up to the present. It's all scripted theater. The next president to die will be the 9th in office. 9 represents complete. There were 44 kings of ancient Israel. They're calling Donald Trump the first Jewish president. Remember, this year on Jerusalem Day, Donald Trump was in Israel. That was the day before he went over to the Vatican on May 24th. He was in Israel on May 23rd, the big Freemason Day. And for that trip, he visited the Western Wall. Check this out. Western Wall equals 44. Israel equals 44. Zion equals 44. Netanyahu equals 44. You see? We opened up our first permanent military base September 18th, 2017 in Israel, a date with 44 numerology. Military equals 44, kill 44. This is all an agenda by the numbers. Throughout history, look at what they've done. Staged assassinations, collapsed economies, started wars, history repeating itself by the numbers. It's going to happen again. The puppet show, it's been foretold. And I've been telling you guys all about this all year. What's being foreshadowed, even before this release of files, which is just the latest thing by the numbers, undeniable. If you think this is all coincidence, it means you're a fucking retard. Just like the Zionist Jews think you are. They call you a little goyim. A goyim means lesser. A goyim means a dipshit. A goyim means someone who's easily controlled and ruled over. In the Talmud, which the Zionist Jews go by, which are pretty much every Jew alive, it says in their little Talmud book that a goyim is a dipshit, they're a slave, they're not meant to be treated with any respect, they're just meant to be ruled over, and the purpose of their existence is to work and labor and pay taxes so that the Jew doesn't have to work. You see? And that's exactly what's going on in this world. Bunch of fat Jews, bunch of Jew minions on the TV, treating like you're fucking retarded. When's enough, you know? And don't forget about that Illuminati card game, Enough's Enough, with Donald Trump's face, you know? Enough's enough. That's card number 235, right? 23.5 degrees on each leg of the Freemason compass. May 23rd, 23/5 is in there for Jerusalem Day. We gotta wake up. Gotta wake up, truth seeker. Hillary Clinton turned 71 today. Might have forgot to mention that Catholic 71. So was the word royal. On the day that just left 71 days left in the year, all the presidents were gathered in Texas. That was the same day they announced this news about JFK assassination. Read about the Bushes and the assassination of Kennedy. You know, they're down in Texas. George W. dancing again like he was a year ago in Texas at the funeral. Sick thing going on. People aren't seeing it. Got to start seeing it, truth seeker. Until next time.